Hey, what's going on, good people? I'm Rob Pasker, and I'm here on the cusp of growth, on the cusp of progression, on the cusp of elevation with Program Director of Sox Baseball, Coach Tamon Greene.
Yes, sir.
What's good, brother?
How you doing?
All is well, man. All is well. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm real good right now.
Tell the people what's going on here today.
Right now we doing a benefit fundraiser type baseball tournament for base hits for Colton that the Midwest Monsters put on yearly.
Okay. So Sox Baseball is a program that I went through when I was younger. I learned a lot, gained a lot of experience, helped mold me into the man that I am today. Can you tell the people about the baseball program?
Okay. Well, for starters, the program been around about 30 years or so. Started in 93. There's been plenty, people that came through the program and they played baseball at the next level of high school.
Yeah.
And they went on to play different sports when they come to college and even some professionally.
Certainly.
My dad started this way back yonder when I was a young buck.
Yep.
And I kind of took over the torch, let's say 8-9 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to elevate everything he did to a whole other level.
Gotcha. So what age groups do you work with here?
Me personally, I coach the 13, 14-year-olds, but my program has anything from 7 all the way to 14.
Gotcha. So what do you think, what is one of the biggest impacts that you're seeing from the boys and girls that come through your program?
One of the biggest things to me is just the brotherhood and sisterhood now, as you say, the family that they get. At the end of the day, you play with these kids your whole life, and then you go to high school, and then you're going to play them in high school against each other. So then that little sibling rivalry happens, and that's what this whole program is about for me.
Absolutely.
I take the inner city kids, introduce them to baseball at a young age, and then I just try to elevate it and make sure that they continue to play and continue to grow.
I got you. Now, how can the people that are watching that are interested, how can they get involved with the program?
So we usually start up in January. We start up in January in the indoors. Hopefully in a year or two, Sox Baseball have our own indoor facility. Right now, we just utilize whatever gym allows us to come in and work, because we're not affiliated with any TPS school, any charter school or anything of that nature. So it is hard for us to get into an indoor facility sometimes. You can reach out to me, 419-351-6972. And I do one-on-one trainings, and I'll also take kids from 5 all the way to 18. I'll work with when it comes to that. But Sox Baseball in general, we start in January indoors. And that's where we get the fundamentals, and we make them run. We make them want it. You got to work for it first.
Yep.
Once you put this logo on, the Sox logo on, and you put this PW42 on, like it means too much for me.
Yeah.
So once you put these 2 logos on, the Sox Baseball and this PW42, I don't like half work. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work.
What's understood don't need to be explained.
Yeah, for sure.
100%, man. Is there anything else that people need to know about Sox Baseball?
Beyond Sox Baseball, I just want kids playing the game of baseball. I'm working with Coach McNair over at Rogers. I'm working with Coach V over at Scott, and I would love to work with the coach for Wade, Woodward, whatever. 100%. I want to help them build their foundations for their high schools. There's too many kids in high school that's picking up a baseball for the first time.
Right.
So if I can get help Coach McNair build out I would love the Sleepy Hollow to come back. Sleepy Hollow League. Yeah. Even if it's not the league, for them just to put a program back together and get that going. 100%. Because Sleepy Hollow was huge when we was growing up.
Yep.
I would love for like Grace and Frederick Douglass and all them to get back together and create a program again.
I heard that.
The biggest thing, I just want kids that look like me to be introduced to the game at a competitive level. I'm not taking anything away from like the coach pitch and the PAL and all that, but we got to elevate. We got to progress and move to the next level.
I got you. Let me ask you this. What is it about baseball that you feel separates it from other sports?
Oh, I love that question. I love it. So basically what I look at is when I see a kid in the grocery store or whatever, and I introduce myself to the parent, I always say, your kid play baseball? No, they don't play. Why not? They said it's boring. Have they ever played? No.
It's different.
And then they say no. The biggest thing is when you watch TV, you don't see nobody that look like you.
That's true.
There's no LeBron. There's no Chef Curry. There's no Justin Jefferson. Ain't nobody, doing all that. Mm-hmm. So when you don't see somebody that look like you, it don't make you want to play. It don't look. Meanwhile, that's the most expensive baseball. Is the most expensive sport.
Right.
We talking $765 million contracts fully guaranteed. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, but if you look on TV and you see somebody that look like you, and then they put a microphone in their face and they start to speak Spanish, now it's like, that's not me.
That's real.
So the biggest thing for me is to see somebody at the higher level that look like me if I'm a kid. I would love to see somebody at the higher level doing a sport that I love. And so I just want to introduce the game to the kids and hope that they love it one day. The way I do. I play football and all that, but baseball is my heart. So
well, you know, me being involved with this program, being younger, at a certain point, being a professional baseball player was my dream. That was my dream in life.
What happened?
I picked up a skateboard and I want to be a pro skateboarder.
Diabolical.
So. That's what happened.
But now you a politician.
Well, yeah, you can say that. I'm on my way. I'm not a politician. I'm a public servant.
Okay.
I'm a public servant looking to elevate.
Future mayor.
He said it.
I said it. I'll stand on that.
Just want to touch more people, open more doors, bring more resources. For sure. But it's people like you doing the work. That's what makes Toledo great. People like you, brother. So we appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing for these boys. I'm a supporter of the Sox baseball. They need more supporters, so tap in. He told you how to contact them, so.
I just want to shout out a couple of my sponsors too, though. Art Restoration, 406, Agenda, Breeze, Blades, All Strikes Bowling Alley, Pasker. Oh, I feel like I'm missing somebody big. Oh, UAW, the UAW,
can't forget
the pilots, all that.
Can't forget the UAW.
For sure, we can't forget that.
Appreciate you, brother.
For sure.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.